And the public affairs analyst Ambrose Igboke joins us live now via Skype from Enugu for more on this development. Good to have you join us, Ambrose Igboke.
Good afternoon, Precious.
So, what do you make of all of this? Because the agitation for the creation of states is almost as old as the nation itself. This is not, I mean, we hear this all the time where we have a constitution review. What do you make of this latest development in terms of the proposal to create 20 additional states and now the controversy that surrounds it?
I would say that it is a very sad development in an era where most of the 36 states are not economically sustainable, where they are even borrowing to pay for salaries, where they are finding it difficult to maintain infrastructure and carry out their functions as a state. Some people are still agitating for states. To do what with? I don't know what they want to do. They want to further balkanize the country. May I remind those who are agitating for more states that the revenue sharing formula between the states, federating states, local government, and the federal government will not change in terms of the share going to the federal government. The federal government may still retain its percentage, and the few percentage that is remaining for the states and local government, which they are fighting over, is not even enough. They are trying to balkanize it more. Rather than that, I think we should be fighting for fiscal federalism. We should remove some items from the exclusive list of our constitution and place them on the concurrent list, even on the residual list. For example, the tapping of mineral resources from the states. I strongly believe that we should tamper with that section of the exclusive list and bring out the exploitation of mineral resources to the federating states, so as to empower them financially. For example, if the states are allowed to use the mineral resources in their state, exploit it, export it, mine it, refine it, and use it for the economic activity, they can now pay tax to the center. They can now pay some royalty to the center, and then that can bring a viable nation. Just like what was obtainable between 1960 to 1966. That was where we have the glorious era of Nigeria, where the various regions, the western region, the northern region, the eastern region, and later the midwestern region, were competing in a healthy manner to have economic viability. Remember, that was when the great UNN was built, University of Nigeria and Nsukka. That was when the ABU Zaria was built. That was when the University of Ibadan, University of Lagos were built.
Absolutely.
Those glorious era.
And I guess, Mr.
Igboke,
I guess people think that maybe when we have more states, we'll have, like an even development. I guess that's where it is coming from, the agitation for more states. But we can also deny that the regional image seems to be more appealing to people these days. People speak in terms of region. That's why we're having these agitations everywhere. So how then do we make the national image more appealing than the regional image?
For now, the national image cannot be very strong if we have a balkanized system that is scrambling every month to go to Abuja to collect some stipend for economic sustenance. It cannot fly. So what I will prescribe is that this current 6 geopolitical zone that we are operating with should be, given a constitutional verb and can be made to become 6 regions where they can also buy economical. All the states, participating states that make the regions can come together to form one seamless region. For example, there's a development agenda for Western region, for example, has been taking place. Some other regions are trying to come together to form a bloc. I think that is way to go. That the 6 regions should harness the economic potentials, should be able to harness the security potentials, and be able to now become one viable entity. And that the federal government should have some focus enough to allow these regions to have economic development by removing the exclusive part of the exclusive list where mineral resources can be devolved to the regions so that they can develop and pay royalty. That is the only way to go. Any other thing apart from that will continue in this economic quagmire.
We'll see how the next step that the Senate will take. We'll see how all of this plays out. Thank you so much for talking to us. Public affairs analyst Ambrose Igboke.
Thank you for having me.